You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for.
I was going to be done after New York, but I didn't want to go into the Olympia with the second place. I wanted the momentum. I wanted to go in with a win. So I think I made my statement going to Toronto and competing in the biggest 212 show that's ever been put on, almost 30 guys, and coming out number one. You know, Flex is obviously the champ, so it's going to be another rough year at the Olympia. You know, the points between first and sixth are going to be minuscule, so you know everybody's going to be bringing their A game. So it's going to be one hell of a battle, and you know, for it being the 50th year anniversary, it's going to be a show you guys don't want to miss. So make sure you keep your eye out. What's up, guys? We are here in Syosset on July 3rd, filming chest with my boy Chris. We are about 12 weeks out, approximately. Actually, it'll be 11 weeks out in a couple days from the 2014 50th anniversary Mr. Olympia. So we're gonna shoot some chest today at a Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym and show you guys how my chest routine is 11 weeks out from contest prep. Let's check it out. I like to fly, do a fly movement of some sort before I press, because that's a good way to keep injuries down. I was really getting some blood in the chest and pre-exhausting it, so I like it. Sometimes I'll do cable flies or incline flies like you saw today before a pressing movement. I mean, I can press first, but once you get to a certain point in your career and a certain age, you kind of got to train a little smarter. I've been lucky enough to where I've never gotten injured training. I mean, I had my shoulder scoped back in 2008, but that was just wear and tear because of football. But I've been blessed that I never had a training injury. I think so I trained smart, and you know, I could have went right into presses and started pressing heavy weight. But you got to make sure your shoulders are loose and you know, you don't want to go tearing anything. So I like pre-exhaustion. I normally do for all body parts. So never tried it. You know, you can't really press as heavy when you do flies first, but definitely triggers a muscle differently than just going into a heavy compound movement. So we're gonna do some heavy ass presses now, as much as we can, and then move on to something else. There it is. Come on. There it is. Come on. Get it. My buddy Chris Ortega, he's a power lifter. So we just started training together a couple weeks ago. He's not used to doing all these reps. He's used to doing like 1s and 2s. So he's trying to get used to the bodybuilding style of things. Strong kid, but just never really done a shit ton of reps like this. So it's hard when you go from powerlifting to bodybuilding. It's hard, and vice versa. I try to train like a powerlifter in the sense that I go heavy, as heavy as I can, and sometimes I probably go a little too heavy. But I keep my rep range between 12 and 15. That's where I'm comfortable. I usually don't go any lower than that unless I'm doing like a drop set, and then I'll do maybe like an 8 or a 6, but that'll be followed by like 1 or 2 or 3 drop sets. So it's good. It's a good change of pace for me. I'm teaching him something, and we have a good time doing it. It's fresh blood. He made it through 2 weeks so far, and puked his brains out after his first leg session with me. So he came back for more. So he's already got a couple stripes on his helmet in my book.
Oh, yep. Bounce point. Let's go. Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Brought in big guns for big weight.
I can't even push that weight.
Just line his ass off.
If you want something to enforce it, you go 3-3 and then do something for the middle.
A huge fan of machines, but there are certain pieces of equipment I like. Certain gyms I like going to that I'll use more machines than I do free weights. And when I go to places like Bev's, that isn't a gym I go to every day because Bev's is about an hour and a half from where I live. I wish it was closer, but unfortunately it's not. So when I come here, they have equipment. This is like the East Coast Mecca, for crying out loud. So they got a ton of stuff here. So it's hard to not be drawn to some of the machines and hit your body and the muscle in a different angle than it's not used to. So when I come to this gym especially, I always find myself using a bunch of the machines because they feel different, hit the muscle in a different way, and it's just something different. I train at Goals in Bridgewater every day, so I'm constantly used to the same equipment. So when I go to a different gym, I like to really try out new equipment. It'd be pointless to come here and just do dumbbell work. I could do dumbbell work anywhere. With these, one thing that Charles Glass taught me, if you notice, I'm kind of like arching my back, keeping my chest up, actually slide my ass to the end of the seat. So my body's almost like that in the seat, and really focuses more on the chest. That's something that a little tidbit that he showed me when I trained with him. It's a lot harder and focuses a lot more on the chest. A lot harder to do. I can't throw around 5-6 plates. Probably getting put around 4 plates doing it that way. I'm just in the seat with my back against it. I could bang out 5-6 plates, but when you're doing it that way, your chest is back and your shoulders are back. It's more isolation of a movement. So just slide your ass to the front pad and then arch your back and keep your chest up. Now we're on a piece of equipment that's kind of like a diamond in the rough. You don't see it a lot of gyms. It's a flat press, kind of got a fly motion to it. It's who's it made by? Flex. It's a Flex piece of equipment. Flex is if you go to some older gyms that have been around for a long time and established, you'll see a lot of hammer strength I carry in. Flex is another good company that made a lot of awesome pieces of equipment. So this is something that isn't at every gym. I think maybe it's at this gym and one other gym. But we're definitely going to hit this up today. Come on, guys. Come on, finish strong. Get it. I think that I made a strong point that I'm a threat in the 212 class in the chase for the title. And you know, I know it's not an easy task to take out the champion flex, but you know, he's the champion, and there's guys ahead of him that I haven't beaten, but I'm slowly chipping away at guys. You know, Tricky Jackson beat me last year. You know, me and him went back and forth, and then I ended up taking him out at the Olympia, and you know, I'll make it a point. He'll never beat me again in the show. And then Jose beat me at the Olympia, but I proved my point 2 weeks later and beat him in Arizona. So there's only a handful of guys I haven't beaten. You know, me and Aaron competed against each other, Aaron Clark in New York, and it was a battle. I knew after winning Dallas that I had to come in and blow him away to beat him in New York. Now, you know, I'm not a judge, and you guys hear it a lot, but judges have a hard job. I think that show could have went either way. I think I had Aaron on a lot of shots, and there's people that are there, and even judges that are there, you know, said it was a close call and it could have went either way. And you know, it was just he's a good competitor, man, and you know, he looked good, and you know, I think I was way better than him in the morning. I think he was a bit flat, but came back and you know, looked a lot better at night and ended up beating me. So, you know, it's going to be a battle this year at the Olympia. A lot of good guys coming. You got Kevin English coming back, Jose Eduardo Correa, who hasn't competed all year because he had a tricep injury. Samuel Haddad's got 2 wins under his belt. I got 2 wins under my belt. You know, Flex is obviously the champ, so it's going to be another rough year at the Olympia. You know, the points between 1st and 6th are going to be minuscule, so you know, everybody's going to be bringing their A game, so it's going to be one hell of a battle. And you know, for it being the 50th year anniversary, it's going to be a show you guys don't want to miss. So make sure you keep your eye out.